Hi, welcome to Guitar Time. I'm Robert Knoll. Well, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Guitar Time. Guitar Time's a place for guitar players, whether a beginner, intermediate, advanced, or super pro. It's a place to come and hang out and look at the videos I do and the information I give you. And there may be links and all kinds of things that I'm looking forward to putting on this introductory page on YouTube to Guitar Time. Now, there is a website that I'm doing that's going to go along with this, but that's in the works. So right now, it's mostly videos, and a lot of the videos I've done are for beginning students and to refresh other levels of just very basic guitar mechanics. Like if you say you got first got a guitar and you want to learn something, even the pre-lessons, what you should look at, like with tuning a guitar, that type of thing, your finger placement skills, the first scales, the first things you should probably work on as a student that I recommend my students, my one-on-one students. So for some students, this will be a refresher, and it's very good to refresh yourself, even if you're a pro player, to go back and go, okay, well, look, I can get my finger placement better. I can tweak in some of my knowledge. I also tend to lecture on a little bit of guitar theory here and there. So I discuss the whys of certain scales and chords, and we talk about the trilogy, which is chord, scale, arpeggio, and that can go in any order, and actually learning the geography of your guitar. We want you to understand, the whole neck. And it's not essential that you learn to read music yet. That might be a good thing up the road. A lot of people just do the tab thing, but actually reading music is a really great thing to do. I tend to teach my students first to have fun with the guitar and get some of the techniques and skills down so we can just kind of strum and have fun with songs. So it's also about building your ear, and I talk about intervals and scales, and at some point I'll have some videos about ear training and singing scales, and actually being able to analyze what you do and what you learn. It's going to help you to be a great guitar player, maybe a songwriter, or just have more fun with your guitar. We can look at it as a healing tool, almost like a medical, psychological tool, to take people from depression to feeling good. And in the blues, we can make you from feeling good to bringing you down and giving you the blues. It's very powerful. Music's powerful. And the guitar is such a great instrument because it's portable. It can go anywhere. We can have electric instruments that have all kinds of sounds for rock and roll, jazz, blues, whatever. And then we have the acoustic instruments, the steel strings and the nylon strings. Classical music. I have a specialty of Baroque music. I love Baroque music, and I also like jazz too. I'm known more for what I've done in the blues with my history. I'm not going to go into it with you, but I've been playing since I was 5 years old, my first lessons. And I had guitar lessons all the way through my teens. I studied from a lot of different guitarists in Detroit. One of the famous ones here was Joe Fava's studio. I studied with Joe and a lot of teachers. Eventually, from my bands of the 60s, which was the hippie era, I owned a music store in Farmington Hills, Michigan, and from there I got a break to go on the road with the legendary guitarist, blues guitarist Albert Collins. And for the next 4 or 5 years, I was on the road playing the greatest places in the world, festivals, and my dreams were coming true when I was in my 20s, and I got to meet and play with many of my heroes, and it was just awesome. I'm writing a book where I'm going to be telling the stories, and they're funny, and some are sad, make you cry, but some of them will make you laugh. Then I spent some time with Big Twist and the Mellow Fellows, which was a great band, R&B band out of Chicago, and had a great time with those guys. And then my own bands, my Blues Mission bands. I've done a lot of playing and traveling, and in the last years I've focused more on my teaching. And I want to develop this website and my YouTube site so that even when I'm gone someday, people can still come and learn from me. I want to tell you though, my funds are limited. I've been financially embarrassed for a bit as compared to other people's websites I see. They have really expensive studios and lots of cameras and people working with them. And they have all these beautiful views and guitar charts, and it's really sophisticated. I'm hoping someday that I can get to that level and provide videos that are of that caliber. I think that would be nice. But for now, you're going to get my home videos here, and they're just simply done. And I hope to upgrade them as my equipment gets better. But for now, this will have to do. So I'm kind of from the hippie school, as you can see, with the hair. And, I've just been like this for years. My first years at Burning Man many years ago kind of changed my lifestyle and made me think in different ways and reason in different ways. And that's one of the things I want to talk about, being mindful. That what makes me different than your other guitar teachers out here on the internet and YouTube is I use psychology. That was my minor in college, and I like to use my knowledge of neuroscience and psychology to help students learn, because everyone learns differently. And also the power of the music and coloration of tones, that we have the power to heal. We have the power to affect one's emotions and feelings. And I bring that to my teaching, and I don't see anyone else doing that. So I make great guitar players. I make great musicians by teaching this other side of bringing your heart to mind to the guitar. And I like to bring the theory in, the ear training, all into play to make you a great guitar player, to make great musicians, maybe songwriters. So I think I have it different. I have a different method than most. And you're going to see me here just in my kind of my hippie environment, my apartment here. And eventually I'm going to probably get better cameras, better equipment. I'm in need of a new MacBook and all these kind of things. So it just goes on and on. But I've got great guitars, but more than that, I've got great friends. And I've got wonderful people in my life. My little boy, Tybee, and my girl, Kathy. And I've got wonderful sponsors from my students. Dr. Jason Evans been great. And Scott and Sam and all my students they're great. They help me out here and there. So I will say, if you do want to help me out in any ways, you don't have to. You're here and it's free. And I'm just allowing my students here for a while, and then it'll become more public. But if you want to donate to helping me out, you can go to my PayPal, which is somewhere on here. It's a PayPal link. And there's another company to Vermo or something like that I also do payment. So you could just hit there and pay some money, $1, $5, I don't know. Maybe you have millions. Maybe you're a secret millionaire. You can help me out big time. That would be great. Wow, I could do so much. But I love life. I love people. I love teaching guitar. And I love music. There's so many great things to know music and reasons why it's wonderful to be a musician, wonderful to be a guitar player. So I think that's enough talking for now. So I'm hoping in the future to, lecture on some other subjects that I think are important. And like I said, there's going to be all different levels. The beginning guitar lessons on this site, what to do with scales, chords, arpeggios, exercises, even guitar riffs, blues riffs, rock riffs. We're going to get it all together here for you. So this will be a place where you can just hang out and learn. And I'm always welcome to your opinions. And if you have anything, suggestions, please email me. There should be a link here on the page, and let me know what's up, what's going on, okay? Something I can help you with, all right? All right. Oh, also, going to have more sponsors too. So I'm looking for more sponsors to sponsor me, and it can be good for your company, whatever your business is. I'd love to have you for a sponsor, and we can talk about that too. All right, well, I'm out of here. Magic word is groovy, groovitine, groovalacious. I love words like that. It's about making the music, feeling the groove, feeling it, having it come from your heart, mind, heart to the instrument. And if you know the instrument well, learn it well, you can bring the heart, bring the mind, be mindful and soulful in the way that we play music and we feel it. Okay, well, I'm Robert Knoll, and you're at Guitar Time, so welcome, all right? Cruise around, check it out, and spend some time here. All right, bye for now.